Do you struggle to hit with power when your opponent hits a shot into the backhand corner? I've found that this is a very common problem at the club level. And usually there is one mistake that most players make that really stops you from being able to hit with power when you move into the corner, okay? Now this usually happens on the backhand side. When I move over in this direction here to hit a shot, to counter a shot that's going into the corner, what I need to do is when I'm in this close stance right here, I need to release the back foot off the ground, okay? Because only then can I fully swing with power and hit an effective shot. Now what I see happen a lot at the club level is players go into this position, this close stance here in the corner, and then they keep that foot, that left foot on the ground way too long. So it looks like this, and then maybe after the shot that foot comes around, okay? But in order to hit with a lot of power from that position, you need to release the back foot. This is regardless of whether you're hitting a one-handed backhand or a two-handed backhand. On the two-hander, it's the same thing. If I move into the corner right here in a close stance, I have to release the back foot off the ground like this in order to hit with power. If I keep that left foot on the ground too long, I'm going to block my hips and I cannot hit with a lot of power, okay? So the incorrect execution would look like this, keeping that foot on the ground like this, and then after the shot, releasing it. So this is very common when we move into the corner. Let's take a look at this in super slow motion.
Okay, so on the left you will see me with the incorrect execution where I do not release the back foot, and on the right I'm going to release the back foot. So I'm moving into the corner, into the close stance, and take a look at what happens now. At contact on the left, the back foot is still on the ground, whereas on the right, the back foot is already off the ground. I have started to release it. Now let's take a close look at what happens next. I'm going to continue releasing the back foot as I swing through on the right. So right here you can see that the back foot is fully released, whereas on the left it is still on the ground, and that really blocks me and does not allow me to hit with a lot of power. Now the interesting thing to note here is that that left leg on the right side has not come around yet, okay, and the stroke is essentially finished right here. The release over to the right side is a natural release that happens after contact and after you have essentially finished the stroke. So right here you can now see that natural release over to the right side as that leg comes down. Take a look at the whole sequence one more time.
Now there's one very important thing you need to focus on when you work on releasing the back foot to hit with power in the backhand corner. You need to make sure that you don't throw that back foot around, okay? So that would look like this. You're throwing that back foot around like this. You're going to over-rotate and you're not going to hit effective shots that way. Instead, when you take a close look, as I hit this shot, that foot is coming off the ground, and only now after contact do I slowly release this foot around, okay? So right here, I'm still more in this position, and only after contact does that foot come around. So we are not trying to throw that left foot around, which is a very common mistake. Instead, what I want you to focus on is going into the corner, you're hit, you release that foot off the ground, okay? And you continue your swing, and it will naturally take you around after the shot. So if you focus on this, you will be able to hit with more power in the backhand corner.
If you enjoyed this video, I'd like to ask you to click the like button below and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so yet, because then you will receive all of the newest videos.